That is amazing. Good. Just gonna make sure she goes through the middle this time. There we go. Well done. And every time she does what I ask her to do, she gets a little break. Excellent. And normally when I'm working with horses, I find the biggest change in them happens after about 4 days of training. Well done. After about 4 days, the mind starts to really calm down. Well done. And this is actually day number 4. And I'm seeing a huge difference in this mare. Fantastic. I'm going to do one final little test with her. And after that, she'll be ready to just make sure that I've got that trust with her still. Whoa! Bad place for this saddle. Good. 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 Excellent. And every day that I've worked with her, I've always been just a little bit on the nervous side. I've been a little bit worried to get on just because she hasn't shown me this kind of attitude in the past 3 sessions that we've done with her. Very nice. So that was the first part, making sure that I've got control over her feet so that we've got that respect. The next part is making sure you notice that all I was doing to make her move was raise my stick, and I'd raise my hand a little bit. But now I want to make sure that she's not afraid of my tools. So making sure that, and we've developed this over the last 2 days, I want to make sure that if I can touch her with my stick and my whip all over her body without her trying to run away. And the way that's demonstrated here is you'll see the fact that my left hand that's holding the rope is totally slack. Like there's no tension in this rope. I'm not forcing her to stand still. So it's not like I'm making her do this. She's going through a mental process where she's thinking about it. She doesn't feel threatened at all. So she's moving. Yesterday she moved quite a lot. The day before she moved quite a lot. But now she's actually relatively calm. So I'll raise the pressure a little bit here and I'll start spanking the ground. Making sure that she's not worried about me moving my stick like this. Making a noise around her. Good. Release. And if you have a look at her back leg, you'll see that it's bent at an angle. It's cocked like this. That's a big sign that she's relaxed. And she can only be relaxed if she what? Trusts me. She trusts that I'm not going to hurt her. Excellent. Since she's standing nice and still, I might take it to the next level. And instead of me desensitizing her to a whip, I'm going to desensitize her to my saddle pad. So I'm going to let her sniff it, release, sniff, release. And then I'm going to just start throwing it over her body. So for you horse riders out there, if you ever feel that your horse is trying to run away from you and you need, another person to saddle your horse, don't saddle your horse because it's telling you that mentally I'm not in the right place. I'm either fearful or I don't want to stand. I don't want to go for a ride. She doesn't have the respect. So here she's neither of those two. She is respectful and she is trusting. Very good. So the next level is, now if she was moving with the saddle pad, I wouldn't ever dream of going and get the saddle. Does that make sense? It's all about reading the horse, making sure the horse is giving us the right signs to tell me that, okay, I've done enough of a good job for her to allow me to go to the next stage. So again, the rope is actually just draped over my arm now. I'm not holding her at all. Just throw. Good. Now, the last 2 times I saddled her, she went wild, and that's normal. So let's see what she does today. I'm hoping that she's a lot calmer. She doesn't try to buck the saddle off as hard and as viciously as she did before. Easy, girl. There we go. So you can see she's a little bit unsure here. She keeps moving back, so I'm gonna stay with her. And now release it there. Good girl. Tap her underneath, make sure she knows I'm coming with this girth. Well done. She's dropping her head there. It's a nice little sign. So no moving now. That's it. Because if she starts to buck right now, it's going to be a bit of a disaster. Easy. It's going to be a little bit of a disaster if she does, because the saddle will fall off and probably go underneath her belly. There we go. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. So that's the front girth done. And this is the only time I'll be really a little bit quiet, because I don't want anything bad to happen. But then after these are done up, I'm not going to hide anything from her. Easy, girl. So, let's hope for a good sign. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a wild ride later. Here we go. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. So 3rd time. It doesn't mean that she won't buck. I'm pretty sure she's going to give it a try. But she may surprise me. Good. Go this way. Now, it would be silly for me to think, there we go. Nowhere near as bad as before. Nowhere near. Good. Change directions, go that way. And I'm just going to ignore the fact that she's trying to get the saddle off and just keep changing directions. The same principle I used with that tarp over there. If I make her think about me a lot, then she'll start to forget about the saddle. So he said. Good. This way. So, as an example, right now, she's saying, don't get on my back. I'm absolutely not ready. I'll say, okay. That's absolutely fine. But the change is going to come in the matter of minutes. It's already starting. She's starting to drop her head. Hey. She's starting to trot a little bit more relaxed. She's not pulling on my hand anymore. Look at the head drop. That's fantastic. So as an example, 30 seconds ago, she wasn't a horse that I would actually get on. 30 seconds later, I'd be happy to get on. Good girl. Let's push her limits a little bit more now. And when I say push her limits, what I mean by that is push her mental limits. Push the limits of the respect and the trust. So with a dead cow on her back, is she still going to be able to think about going over this tarp relatively calmly? Oh, yes. Man, we are going to have fun tonight. Absolutely. One thing I haven't highlighted to you tonight is we need to really know how a horse understands and how a horse learns. Now horses, keep this as an easy principle, they respond to pressure, but they learn from the release of pressure. So this is pressure, that's the release. I drop my hand. This is the pressure, that's the release. She knows she did the right thing because I released the pressure. That's the response. I gave her the release. Fantastic. Good stuff. All right. So what did I just use to move her there? This stick with a plastic bag. That means after every sensitizing exercise, after every exercise that I ask her to move in, I need to go back and balance out the horse's mind. So I need to desensitize the horse to the same thing that I used to ask her to move. So now it's a plastic bag that she has to stand still and not worry about it. And I'm gonna make it really, really loud, like this. Very, very obvious. There we go. She drops her head, what do? It's my responsibility to release the pressure, not to get greedy. I always work on the principle of letting the horse win. You know, it's like teaching kids. If you try to teach your kid something and every time he gets the right answer, you immediately ask a harder question, they're going to be less and less motivated to learn. But if you ask an easy question once, they get the answer, and then you ask it 10 more times, they're going to be really confident answering that question. Then you can build it up to the next level. Again, yesterday she was a little jumpy with this. Today, honestly, almost like a school horse. Very nice. See if I can touch her in between the eyes. That's great. Excellent. And last little check for me tonight is, I don't know, let's see. So this is called a stock whip or a bull whip. It makes a very loud noise. So we've desensitized her to things that move a little bit, but not to big loud noises, you know? So if I was training a police horse or a cowboy's horse or something where they need guns on horses, this is how you'd start. So I just start, moving this, making sure she's not afraid of the movement, and then just slowly build up the sound. You can tell I'm not very good at this. These things happen. This is good. And you can tell I'm not holding her in place, yeah? So the reason why I keep emphasizing that is because my emphasis is on the mind of the horse. If you train the mind, if you're able to find your way into the head, then the body shows you that she understands. If I try to force my way through the body, then the brain will always be tense. It won't be respectful, it won't be trusting. It'll be like speaking, putting me in a company that only speaks Japanese. And then treat me nice in that Japanese company, but don't give me the opportunity to learn Japanese. I'll always feel mentally stressed, okay? So I love working with these horses where we use the principles of their language, you know, to get the message across. So now she's telling me, hey dude, you know, the time is right, you can get on, don't worry about it. But I like cracking this whip, so I'll just do one more. Very good. Excellent. So, this is the final test for her today. And it's not going to be very easy. So not only are we just going to be riding around the arena, I'm going to also be asking her to go over these obstacles. Who knows if we're going to be able to do it? And to be honest, she doesn't have to, you know. Normally I'd do a couple of weeks of training and then start doing this stuff. But, you know, just to challenge myself, let's see what happens after 2 hours and 2 hours and 35 minutes of training. And you can see what I'm using is not the metal bit that goes in the mouth. Okay? A lot of people want to use the metal bit straight away in order for them to be able to control the horse if things go wrong. So it would go against my principles if I'm using mechanical force to cause a little bit of pain so that she doesn't do anything bad. I operate on the completely opposite end of the scale. I don't stop her from doing bad things. I allow her to experience, I allow her to choose any option she likes, but I release when she gives me the option that I want. It's the opposite way of thinking. Right. And if you guys have ever ridden horses before, a lot of people will tell you, you know what, you have to be really quiet around horses. You shouldn't do anything that scares them. You should approach them slowly. For me, when you're training a horse, it should be exactly the opposite way. The louder you are, the quieter the horse gets. Okay, this is how you get a horse to become really trustworthy. You know, if we were in the olden days, this is how I'd train a horse to be able to charge into battle. Not by being all proper and nice and feeding it a carrot and saying please and thank you. It's by being loud. Like that. If she doesn't move, you release, you reward. So this is how I would mount a horse that's had very little riding experience. It's all about letting the horse win. Letting the horse know that she's got the right answer. So, step one is I'm going to put my foot in the stirrup like this. She's good. Should I just jump on and go for a ride? No. Release it to let her know. You won. Good job. Put my foot in the stirrup again. No movement. That's great. So maybe I'll take it up a notch and I'll start jumping up and down here. If she doesn't move, I'll release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Next level, I'm going to go halfway up and just lie on her back. She feels so chilled today. Yes, you do. She's moving a little bit. I'll just wait. That's her choice. Now that she stops, hop up. 1, 2, 3. Hop on. Now I'm going to take it to the next level. Put my right leg up here. That's it. So really being loud. Just rub her with my right foot. Excellent. And that would be how I would mount a young horse. Oops, 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 oops. Easy, easy. She packed a little bit there. Okay. So we're going to recap what I did with her yesterday. Remember, I don't want the horse to go straight initially because the horse has the most amount of power when it's straight from the nose to its tail. It has the least amount of power when it's bent round like this and it's crossing the hind legs over. So here, if she wanted to start to buck, she would have a very difficult time because her back legs are crossing. It's almost impossible for her to buck. But look at the pressure in my hands. It's just 2 fingers. Good. And then let her walk out. Good. She's a little excited. I'm just gonna wait. That's good. Then I'm gonna do circles on this side. Now this horse, she hasn't got a clue what left and right and stop and go mean, apart from the 10 minutes we did yesterday. Easy. Good. And I'm gonna make it a point just to be quite loud on her when I'm riding. That's great. She can go anywhere she wants, okay? And I'm just testing her at the walk, see what part of her body feels sensitive. Where does she tense up when I touch her? Good. Now I might increase that pressure, start to move my hands a little bit. So that worries her. So what do? I bend her around straight away. I don't pull back on 2 reins. Bend around. Good. So slapping my leg is a little bit too much for her. I'm just gonna move my hands, let her win. I don't want her to think that when my hand goes up, she's gonna get cracked. So there. Hold her, keep going. And now just release it. There we go. There we go. Let's see what she does at this tarp. Of course, she chooses to walk away because it's a little bit of a threat to her. First pull over, that's great. So as soon as she trots, that's when I bend her around. If she feels like she's gonna trot, I don't apply any pressure. And you see where her head is at? Really low. For an Arabian normally have their heads up high like this, you know, with their eyes wide open. A horse that has its head down like that on the ground is a sure sign that she's relaxed. Now watch what happens when I ask her to trot. The head will go up. So I'm gonna ask her to trot. So you see, bend her around, let her go. So when she goes a bit excited, then I'm just gonna bend. Anywhere she wants to go, apart from home. There we go. Keep my hand on the horn just in case. Easy. Easy. There, let her go. Careful, she might jump. I'm just kidding. She's about to take off. She's about to take off. I might just let her wait. I feel okay. So she's very choppy right now. It tells me she's a bit tense, which is why I have my hand right here. I'm gonna start rubbing. Remember, the louder I am, the more honest she believes I am, and the quicker she's gonna calm down. This is great. Well done. Well done. Ah. Well done. There we go. Good. So you can see it's almost like letting the horse go anywhere she wants. Apply pressure, release it there. Without actually controlling the horse. Easy. So I just wanted her to see the crowd from both eyes. That's not bad. If she prefers this side, we'll go with that for now. Right. And just to stop her, it's very, very simple. Like that. There's no struggle, there's no fight between me and the horse. Why? Because she feels it. If she's bending around, her back legs cross. Like, watch her back legs. Her back legs, they cross. She loses the power. You see that? Instead of keeping the horse straight where she's got, you know, so much strength that it's not possible for me to stop her. Right. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up the floodgates and we're gonna ask her to canter. That's where all the problems happen. If she is gonna buck and try to get me off, this is when it's gonna happen. So let's see. Good girl. So I'm gonna start when I get to that side over there. We're gonna see how well she goes. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Whoop. A little bit wild. A little bit wild. There. So you really got to get these horses moving on the first couple of rides. Otherwise, what ends up happening is that you'll trot them for 3 or 4 weeks. Whoa! 3 or 4 weeks. And then when you ask them to canter, they'll still buck you off. So it's much, much better to get it done on the first ride. Say, I'm clear with you. This is really nice. She looks like a trained horse now, right? If you want to see the progress that we've made, you should go to my okay. Easy, easy. That's it. Bend, stop. So if you want to see the progress that she's made, just on YouTube type in Elite Horsemanship, and I've uploaded all the videos from day 1, 2, and 3. So right now I'd like to work her with that tarp over there. So remember the principle. We're gonna make her idea feel uncomfortable, my idea feel really good. So let's see how this goes. Actually, Sari, could you come in? Could you jump over and bring the tarp? Easy, easy, easy. Could you put it over right here? Open, huh? Big. So I know a lot of very experienced horses. I know a lot of very experienced horses that would not be willing to go anywhere near that, let alone a horse that's had 2.5 hours. Good. Just reassure her here. It's all right. So let's see if we can actually be successful at this. This is like asking a human being to jump off a cliff for the first time or to go bungee jumping for the first time. That is totally alien to her. So Mother Nature says, whatever is unfamiliar, just don't go near it. Otherwise, you and your entire generation of horses is going to be gone down the drain. I love this. Absolutely love this. That was her choice to actually go close to this. So if she's investigating, should I kick her and just be greedy and jump? No, let her win. Good, let her investigate. She feels like she wants to go forwards. Very nice. So this is uncomfortable, that's comfortable. So if your horse is scared of going over water or going on roads or speed bumps or something like that, this is the exercise to do with it. There. I'm not asking her to go forwards now. There. You can see her thinking. So now I'm developing some kind of partner. I can't emphasize that word enough. She's my partner. Like, we think together. Good. Excellent. Good. Can you see I haven't, the approach is not force her over. If she's just a little bit, I whack her and then just make her go over it again and again. I ask her to go forward, she goes left or right. I make that uncomfortable. I just keep turning. Then if she looks at it, release. That's fantastic. Ask her to walk. Very good. Ask her to go over again now. There. You see how easy? See it is? So this is a clear demonstration that the horse is processing information. It's learning. I'm not making it. So now I'm just going to drop the reins, take my hands off. This spooky Arabian is more than happy to go over that. Let's test her out from other angles though. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, can you put these poles in a line? There we go. So now these are her first trotting poles. She's never done this at all. We've just got her to go over these poles from the ground. But now it's time to see if she'll trust me over these poles. And I'm telling you, horses cannot get a better start than this. Her first ride in this huge arena with a great crowd and a lot of music and lights and a screen. It is the best start a horse can have in its life, ever. Right, let's just see if I guide her over there, what happens? Perfect. So to me, this is a sign that a horse is developing confidence. New things, she feels like she can trust me. I'm confident. If he said go that way, I'll give it a shot, you know? Good. Excellent. So now we're going to test our limits a little bit more. We're going to try to trot her over them. And now we're going to have some issues. Touch her. Oh, perfect. Very, very nice. Very nice. Let's see if I can trot her over this. Perfect. So this is her first left turn. Very good. This time I'm going to do a right turn after this. Easy. And come at it the other way. There we go. Oh, a much straighter line, which tells me she's learning just to go over it. Perfect. So that, when she does what I want, she'll get a release of pressure. Who would like to see the final test with this mare? Because she's done an absolutely amazing job. In less than 3 hours of total training to be able to do this. This is how I normally fix show jumpers that are, you know, $350,000, $400,000 worth, and they've stopped jumping. It's because they haven't got the confidence. Can you bring 2 boxes? Jumping. So I don't want to work her too hard. We've done 45 minutes so far. Put there. Yes, yes. And put one down. Down. That's good enough, right? She's a baby. Okay, put one more. So this is again totally new, but you can see her head is down low. She's willing, I think, to give it a go. Let's see. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Way! Good job. Go for a canter, that's it. Easy, easy. There we go. Let's try the other one. One more up. So this has got nothing to do with me, really. It's her nature. She's an incredibly trainable horse. She's very smart. She's very willing to trust. And very respectful. Wow! We'll try, it's okay. Right, guys. It's going to be the final jump of this evening, the final jump at Addy Hex 2018. My name is Amru from Elite Horsemanship. If me and my horse go over that jump, I want to hear a big roar of applause, big claps from all over the arena. Let's go out with a bang. Deal? Deal? Yeah, good. Here we go. Now I'm thinking I should have taken jumping lessons. Should have taken jumping lessons. Hey! Go on. That's fantastic. Easy. Easy. And again, you see, to stop her, it's one rein, just a little bit of a bend, and the horse comes down to a complete calm walk. So just for her, I'm gonna stop her right there. Easy. See, this is hard to stop her like that. It's ugly. Good job. Have you guys got any questions about that? If you're horse riders, you can ask any horse-related question. Hopefully you understood the process. Questions are about pictures. But yes, I mean, honestly, it doesn't normally work that way. It doesn't normally work this fast, but I'm very, very pleased with this man. She's going to be an amazing horse. Jawhara. And I'm loving the fact she's been exposed to people, lots of people, especially this guy, the most annoying horse trainer. Excellent, huh? There you go. There you go. Teach her how to side pass it. Huh? Yeah. That's great. That was it. There you go. Yeah, I know. Today I do. It's not always like this. She knows you will smell. Yeah. Basically what you're doing is you're removing the rest of the world. And she's waiting for me to give her any instructions. I am the entire world. Like whatever I ask, she says, I'm waiting. Instead of her focusing that way outside, she's focusing back and saying, yeah, you could ride blind horses very well. You know? But as long as the initial process is done right, and you're feeding into the horse's mind, it's building and building confidence, for me, I do it every day, and every time I do it, it warms my heart. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I want to hug her. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's just very, very rewarding when you know the horse is starting to truly respect and trust. And if we really think about it, respect and trust, like between a man and his wife, for example, is way more important than the emotion of love, you know? Respect and trust will keep you together forever, whereas love comes and goes, you know? So through the good times and the bad times, if you've got respect for each other, if you trust each other, it's a very, very strong relationship, you know? It's the same with the horse. It's one of the lessons I learned from these guys, you know? Sorry? A little bit. YouTube. Yeah, so Elite Horsemanship, okay? If you go there, I've got all the sessions that we did with her there. Elite, E-L-I-T-E, Horsemanship. Just type it into YouTube, and it'll come up all the videos, yeah. Huh? Fall asleep. All right, guys.